Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Castlevania. In the last episode, we came most of the way up to the top of the chapel tower. We got the Mars card, which allows us some sweet weapon modification. Oh dear. I tapped the screen to get some crap off it, and that happened. So yeah, we got some sweet weapon modifications, like this handy flaming sword, which is useful against marionettes. This episode, we're going to be trying to make it all the way to the top of the chapel tower. I say trying to make it, I mean almost certainly making it. Bloody swords! Oh, they're annoying. But first things first is we will be very soon coming across a DSS card. I think it may still be on the visualizer, but if it's not, next... Oh, for fuck's sake. So, fun thing here. Remember you can dash with R. That still does damage, even if you're cursed. So it's handy for like smashing through things when you've got a marionette's curse affecting you. Like that, because it's actually powerful enough to kill them in one. Anyway, yeah, what I was going to say is these fuckers here, were-panthers. Or war panthers, I misread that. That was strange. Yes, they drop a DSS card, and we're going to get that one by grinding in just a second. Oh, there we go. We just need to get past this bit. This will seem oddly like the bell bit from below, because it is extremely similar. And there's a second one here. I know I've not got any of my luck gear on yet, because I'm not actually grinding at the moment. Oh no. Let's hit that again, and 30 times. Man, these take a lot of hits to go down these werebears. First things first. There's a little hidden room here which got a werebear and a hyena in it. And that hyena did a lot of damage to me. No, it didn't do a lot of damage to me, but he just did actually successfully hit me, which is mildly annoying. And with that done, we cut... Oh my god, my throat. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so if I'm all snotty and coughy, that's why. Anyway, this is a great save point to grind for thingy. For a DSS card from, so we'll open with that. Cotton robe from a werebear, that's kind of handy. The other drop werebears do, the strength ring, is extremely useful, and I hope we get it. Oh, I thought that was going to be it, because the lock thing activated, but it was just a wristband. Oh, there we go! Oh, that was nice and quick. Didn't get the strength ring I was hoping for, but did get the Thunderbird card. Which is excellent. Right, let's just hop up to the save point, and then we can talk about what Thunderbird does. So, unsurprisingly, it's an attribute card. We've got almost every attribute card now. We've only got 2 left, and they're way the fuck later in the game, so we won't be getting any more of them for a while. Thunderbird. It is the element of electricity. So, with the standard whip modifier, it is one of the worst whips in the game. So it's an electric whip which you can hold there to kind of continue electrocuting. That'd be great if it actually did appreciable damage. But its first stroke achieves a 73, and then it does like 56 from there. It's not significantly faster than just whipping repeatedly. I can't think of any situations where that would be advantageous over just doing that repeatedly, so it's a cool concept, just poorly executed. With Venus, this is one of the more powerful combinations in the game. Wow, firstly, our strength is 320. When we activate this bad boy, our strength climbs to 472, which is amazing, but you see how fast our magic starts going down. What that is doing is, it is damage increases as percentage of the map uncovered increases. Currently, we're at 50% for that, so it basically increases your strength by 50%, which is stupidly powerful, but you do pay for it. Jupiter gives us an interesting one. If we get hit, it will demonstrate it as well as possible. You see that? We actually took less damage from being hit, but every hit sends you flying, regardless of... Basically, you'll notice some hits tend to send you flying backwards. With that electric kind of shield thing, every hit will send you flying backwards. But damage, I think, will be halved from them. So, yeah, half. So that's interesting. And finally, Mars Thunderbird, I've never found any use for. Yeah, you do martial arts when you press B. No, I don't really know if it's powerful or not. Basically, yeah, the only Mars ones I find particularly useful are the sword ones. Other than that, not amazing. I'm going to hold Venus and Thunderbird ready. And I'm going to heal up, because we're actually almost at the boss now, which is awesome. The boss of the chapel tower is just up ahead, and it's not key, but it's handy to have that Thunderbird card, because then you've got the Thunderbird-Venus combination for the boss. Let's head in. Hugh! You okay? You! Back off! This is my trophy to claim. Ugh. Hugh! Introducing Adramelech. Yeah, which is some really freaky goat head thing. There's a nice simple tactic for it though. So it's got a couple of attacks. There's these kind of bubbly things that are coming up from the floor. If you just give them one whip, they'll go away. And basically, you've seen all three of its attack. It does some skulls, which sweep from one of its hands to one of its other hand, which is on the other side. Those flames, the further away you are from the body of Adramelech, are easier to dodge. Like here, it's just a matter of jumping or not. If you're closer, they're a bit more of a tricky thing. So the trick for Adramelech is you can only hit his body. Oops, skulls, which means run to either side. So you'll notice our hits are doing 28. If I slap the combination we just got on, our hits are now doing 62. Combine that with the fact that sub-weapons are effective. There we go, you just got to lodge a cross inside it. That was without the combo on, because for some reason I took it off. If you get the combo on and lodge a crucifix inside Adramelech's head, you do a shit ton of damage to it. Then just take the combo off while you're dodging attacks and stuff. Then when you get a chance, like here, you quickly whack it on, crucifix again, and we repeat like that. Adramelech, I believe, looks nothing like this. Well, I mean, kind of. So Adramelech is a creature in some kind of old religious mythology, maybe even Christian, I don't know. There's a lot of obscure demons in that, but Adramelech is supposed to be, I think it's like a combination of a goat and a peacock or something like that, like a goat's head on a peacock's body. There's definitely a peacock involved somewhere, and it's very strange. But this thing always, the look of it slightly freaked me out when I was a kid, because it's like a creepy goat man devil thing. Oh no, just undershot. It's like chained to a wall. Oh no, those skulls are bloody hard to dodge if you are, oh, we've got to nearly have it now. If you're, go on, use your words. If you're actually like in the way, you really have to try and, be to the left here. In that case, they always miss you. Right, we've nearly got him, but he's also nearly got me, so it's gonna be an interesting close one. Adramelech is an interesting boss. I think he's quite good fun. But basically, yeah, you will tend to both give and take a lot of damage in Adramelech, so it's gonna be a close run thing. But yeah, using this combo is handy, though we have now almost exhausted our magic points. We have, in fact, exhausted our magic points now. So let's see what we got in terms of healing. Got a mind restore. Cool. Now, I really should have continued with that thought, but I didn't. Right, that's got to do it. Yeah, there we go. Whew. So with that done, its head falls off, and it's kind of a bit gruesome because there's just a kind of bubbling mass there. That bit behind it you could see as a peacock's body. Either way, let's come through here. And we get a switch. You may or may not have seen these coffin things around the castle, but they're all destroyed now. And we just get an MP max. We don't actually get a real upgrade from killing Adramelech. We just get those things destroyed, which does open up different parts of the castle now. So that's what we're going to go and do in a sec. But first, we have some more business back here. Damn, who asked you for your help? I couldn't just leave you, could I? Don't think that you defeated it. It was the power of that whip. He's not wrong. Actually, it wasn't. It was crucifixes and DSS combos, and I don't think DSS necessarily requires the Hunter's Whip. Anyway, Hugh, you could never beat me in training, never once, but Father named you the successor and gave you the Hunter Whip. Your parents and my father banished Dracula together, and those fond memories clouded his judgment. Don't forget that. Look at that, we're actually getting some backstory in this game. I joke about this game having a lack of plot, because it's not even joking, it does have a lack of plot, but not entirely. Anyway, we now need to head down to the bottom of the chapel tower. So worth noting at this point as well, some new enemies have now appeared in the chapel tower, namely the Thunder Armor, which is a bit of a bitch to fight. So basically, whenever it uses its sword, it makes one of these thunderballs appear, which will kind of home in on you. They've got quite a wide turning circle, so you've got to use that to essentially kind of trick them into moving past you. The armors themselves, their hits can't actually do you much damage, but the thunderballs are really how they damage you, and they've got a fair bit of health. They're now all over the chapel tower, so watch out for them on the way out. Oh, that's a level up. I was testing out the martial arts thing to see if it was any good. Turns out, it's not. I was right. So, back here in the Eternal Corridor, we can come down here and through to this section. Here's one of those mummy coffin things that's now been destroyed, and which means we can then, hold on a second, we can now pass through it into a new area. The Underground Gallery, possibly one of the most annoying areas in the game. You will see why very soon. I'm going to keep the Flaming Sword on for now because it's quite handy in here, just because there's a lot of enemies which tend to appear both above and below you and stuff like that, so it just allows you a bit more of a range of movements, and it ups your strength anyway, so it's pretty handy. If you're taking a bit of damage like I have, there is a save point just to your left. Here. Nope, that's a complete lie. I'm not where I thought I was. No, I'm exactly where I thought I was. I'm just an idiot. So, see this switch here? Hop on it and quickly run round. I will show you what we're doing in just a second. I think I fucked it though, because you need to get up here and onto that thing. Oh god, that looked cool. Holy shit. Then at the end, skid through there. Oh, I managed that first try. That was awesome. We got a heart max. That's pretty cool. So, this is the underground gallery. It's got some stuff in that we can't get to. We ran across there. White, a new form with the whole zombie ghoul line thing. You'll notice that as we get on in the game, it tends to throw you fewer and fewer unique enemies and more just kind of palette swaps. There are a fair few unique enemies here, like the Siren. These things can be extremely... Harpy, even it's called. These things can be extremely annoying to fight. Salamander Mars, the flaming sword, is really your friend against Harpies because Harpies have an annoying tendency, much like bloody swords, of like going inside walls and at difficult angles. You can get them at most angles with the Burning Sword, so it's super handy for that. As I say, Burning Sword will really be your friend through the Underground Gallery, but the main thing with the Underground Gallery is that everything is a prick. There's spectres here, which are the new version of kind of ghosts or ectoplasm, so I'm going to hop it on Jupiter and Manticore, because this pretty much keeps them the fuck away from me. If they get close, they'll start damaging them, which will push them away. And there is a save point here, thank fuck. Save points are precious and few and far between in here. Right, let's take that off. Now, we need to come all the way to the bottom of this room. That was nice and easy. And through here... This is where we get into the annoying enemies of the Underground Gallery. There's a kind of generally planty theme here. Well, it's not even planty, it's kind of buggy, planty, poisony is the thing. So King Moths, you'll notice they're kind of dropping, Death Mantis first are basically just a heavy armoured thing. And they can just do a lot of damage, but they're quite slow moving, quite easy to get. King Moths, on the other hand, that dust they're dropping will inflict the poison status on you, and it's extremely annoying. But once again, they're above you, so guess what's effective against them? Oh yes! Swords. The Rose Sword, I think, is less effective there, because most of these guys are plant types, so they won't take as much damage from plant-based weaponry. Nearly went badly for me, but it did go bad for me. Oh, let's get these pricks away from me a bit. Oh my god, they're everywhere. See, this is what I mean of these guys. It doesn't deal a great deal of damage, but it absolutely keeps them away from you at all costs. Anyway, we need the... Oh, it has reloaded. The breakable floor has come back. You just need to get off screen, not actually need to load another screen. And through here we get some Harpies and some Death Mantises. Death Mantises ain't such a problem. Harpies are fairly weak, especially because I think they're weak to fire anyway. But yeah, basically, as you may have noticed, Mars Salamander is your friend here. I guess you could use Mars Serpent as well if you're weird, but we haven't come across the most annoying part of this yet. Basically, everything can fucking poison you here. And that's really annoying because poison feels like it should be like an early game thing. It shouldn't really be a threat late in the game, but it absolutely is a threat here, partly because, as you've seen, save points are very far apart in this. Oh, that's a Thunder Armor. If you just keep jumping over their bolts whenever they come back around every time, eventually they'll learn to miss you. That's an MP max. Let's head back to that bit with the Spectres. Now back here we just need to drop down and over here, and now we go all the way to the right again and we'll introduce ourselves to an extremely annoying enemy. See that bee over there? That's a killer bee. You will kill it in one hit with this combo on, but basically it'll move along horizontally, then it'll drop down and hit you. They poison guaranteed on hit, which is infuriating to say the least. Evil Hands ain't really a threat. Oh! And as you can see, I'm poisoned now. Oh, and there's a man-eater here. Those things, as you can see from the visualizer, drop a DSS card. Do I happen to have any antidotes on me, or am I just gonna, like, die? Because poison takes... I've got 8 antidotes, that's actually pretty good. I would say here, actually... Oh! Man, I'm just... Ooh, it gave me an antidote. Like anything that poisons you, it drops antidote for some reason. I would say here, generally, and I went against my own advice twice here, but... Unless you're dying, with fairness, which I kind of am, don't use your antidotes. Hold on to them until you're like seriously low on health. Just let the poison run out naturally, because otherwise you will seriously actually run out of antidotes, because as you can see there's been 4 killer bees in that corridor already. Oh, and another new enemy. This is the Poison Armor, which as you can see makes globs of nastiness come out of its sword and attack you. Hey! HP max increases. I was relying on this thing to kind of heal me a little bit. I am poisoned, so... I don't want to use all my antidotes. Right, let's head back to that middle bit with the Spectres again. And finally, we're going to go the only way. We haven't gone yet, which is to the left. Lots of bees here, and lots of man-eaters. Actually, I've already gone from the visualizer, so I'll put it back. Oh, that's the frame rate. That hit the frame rate quite hard. Yeah, that attack they do. If you basically crouch here, you're safe. Oh, absolutely not safe from man-eaters. You'd have to keep on your toes a little bit. Yeah, man-eaters are slow to kill, but as you can see, they do drop a DSS card. So I will be grinding on one very soon. That sounds like I'm going to do some, like, sexy dancing. I'm not, alas, and even if I was, you wouldn't be able to see it. Fucking killer fucking bees are the bane of my existence, and they are the reason why the underground gallery is probably the least enjoyable part of the entire game, I would say. It's not unenjoyable by any means, but... Oh, bees! But compared to the entire rest of the game, it's infuriating to say the least. I'm just going to let myself bleed a little bit here. So now I'm nearly at a save point. Terrible strategy, but also that was a terrible strategy as well. Yeah, because poison lasts a lot... Ooh, nice. A lot longer than you might think. Let's try and see if I can get that again. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet. So, through here, got a couple of things to briefly do. Oh, there's a new enemy down here. These are myconids. They're kind of like zombie stuff, and they'll just keep spawning endlessly on you, so we'll ignore them, come through here, where there is a death mantis, but we can just hop straight over it, because they're a super big, but super slow enemy, which is dead handy. And then we're about to do some grinding on man-eaters, as I said, so we need to start... Oh, myconids look like they should poison you, but fortunately don't. But if we come out here, and up here past the spectres, yeah, the underground gallery is confusing as well, we find a save point. And this is going to be our base of operations for killing man-eaters from, because we're going to use this bit here. Let's bring up Venus and Mandragora, slap that on. There is a bee on this bit. Oh, we dropped the thing, handy. So basically, kill the bee, then kill this first man-eater, which will take a while, but if you just want to keep slapping them, they can't... They're one of very few enemies man-eaters... Oh, another antidote, handy. Man-eaters are one of very few enemies that have a kind of... Oh, bees. Cooldown part of the shot. Like, so when you hit them, they're stunned while they're still taking damage, like while they're blue, so you can just keep them immobilized by continuing to whack them. And this is what we're going to be doing for a while here. So, yes, I will catch you when I've got the Mandragora card, the DSS card that this drops. My advice on poison would be, if you are poisoned, don't use an antidote until you're nearly low on health. Ideally, don't use an antidote at all and just go back to the save point when you're low enough on health, just because you don't want to waste some antidotes if you've got them. Anyway, let's go. Hey, there we go, Diana card. This is our first attribute. No, it's not. It's our first attribute card in one because we had the Mars card. This one potentially extremely powerful, but well, some of them are powerful, some of them are just terrible. Let's head over here and test some shit out on this poison thing. So, it's an attribute card. It's the attribute of whip projectiles. Observe. Salamander. Shoots fire out the whip. Kind of cool. I'm going to go test them out over here, actually, because the... this thing will probably make a better target. Ice. Oh, no, fuck, didn't even put it on. Oh my god, and I just got beat up good and proper. So, Serpent shoots 3 little bolts of ice. They don't go very far, but they go very fast. And obviously they freeze on impact, but they are quite weak and quite difficult to hit well with. Not the most useful ever. As you can see, these combos with the Diana one, they absolutely drain magic points, as in we're out already, so I'll demonstrate the rest of these from the save points. So, I'll just have to describe their effects rather than actually showing how much damage they do. With Mandragora, shoots kind of rose petals, extremely fast and extremely far. They're quite damaging. Obviously, these all do the correct elements damage. Golem does a little kind of thing like that. That one's useful. It doesn't do much damage, but it goes quite far, so it's useful for just getting rid of weak enemies in your path, because you can just do them pretty much as fast as you can whip. So that's super handy. Let's recharge. Yeah, you get through magic a lot with these ones. Cockatrice. This one isn't the most useful. It launches these 3 bricks out, and they're powerful, but they're unreliable. As you can see, even just here, they are hitting in different places every time, so I've never particularly found a use for that one. Manticore, equally, you kind of lob this thing that explodes and does poison damage. Again, not great for the amount of magic it costs for most of these. You're better using Mars combos than these. Diana Griffin is outrageously powerful, but watch my magic meter. So it shoots these kind of wind bolts from it. I'll show you how much damage they do on the poison armor downstairs, because they are stupidly effective. Observe. Yeah. They can kill they can kill stuff, basically, that they do approximately, I think it's about 4 times the damage of, like, your average whip swing, which is amazing, but they do cost you for it. So if there's one big enemy particularly that you always have trouble with, or even certain bosses it's super handy on. Finally, Diana Thunderbird, which is crap. When you spin the whip, it's electric. This would be great if it did a significant amount of damage, but it doesn't. Observe, if I spin the whip normally, it does 13 per hit, enough to keep spectres away. If I put that combination on, it does 32 per hit, which isn't much better than just whip spinning. We've got a Mind High there, that's cool. Because that heals us by something like 50% of our mind points. So that's worth knowing. You can just do this if you just wanna grind Mind Highs from spectres, if that's your fun existence. But anyway, I think we will call the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. I have been the Doctor with the Infamous Gentleman. We beat Adramelech, we opened up the underground gallery, and we got the Diana card. And we got the Thunderbird card. So that's pretty handy. Next episode, we'll be cleaning up the rest of the underground gallery, including its boss, which is particularly cool. Thank you very much, and good day.